And it's a privilege to win it. And that, an award is gangster. Is it going to be different or is this going to be the same?
Did you like that award?
Yo, the spin. It's like a spinner.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a G-Unit piece or something, man. Young Buck was kind of pissed when I had that shit on last time, man. But sure, press. But what's crazy? I'm going to see if I can get this psychic to tell me if I win or not, man.
Yeah. Only she knows. Only she knows. I don't even know.
You can't come up here and just start shouting out who wins and stuff like that, right?
But to be honest, honestly, I just found out the winners.
Get the fuck out of here.
Because I don't want to be part of that process. Like, I don't want the pressure. I don't want the aggravation. I know too many people, and my name is too close associated with this. So I just let the team and our voting body, the bureau, take care of that. So.
And who's going to be hosting it this year? Is
Sway.
Sway's hosting
Sway's
it
coming
again?
back. I mean, that was part of the deal. Sway told me the only way he would host the first one is if I brought him back and let him host the second one.
That was really a classic event because you had like every DJ that. And I've never met Qbert. Like your event, like I finally saw him face to face, and I've been hearing about this guy for like 15, 20 years. I've never met him, and when I saw him, I feel like I met Michael Jackson or some shit.
Yeah, but that's what it was supposed to be like. Like a lot of people don't understand, and it's almost disgusting that the DJs, like you guys have really done so much for music and for entertainment, and have never been recognized on a public platform. So bringing in, and it was important for me. Like a lot of people were like, "Oh, you should jump right in and get the EDM DJs involved and all that stuff." And I think it's a time for that. We got to build to that. It was important for me to go back and bring, the legends who really, really took this craft from being two turntables in a park, and inspiring a lot of the guys like yourself and these EDM DJs all around the world to say, I want to do that. So that's why you saw a lot of the legends in the building.
Come on, man. Grandmaster Flash, son.
Grandmaster Flash.
I sat next to him throughout the whole joint. It was me, D-Nice, Grandmaster Flash. Come on, where do you see that at, man? I was in the middle. I'm not even a DJ, God.
Nah, but it was important for us to do it that way. It was important for us to do it that way. I wanted to mix the old with the new and have everybody in one room, and it was like historic.
Jesus Christ, man. And then the fact that Grandmaster Flash was more excited to see me than I was to see him. I was like, yo, bro, you're a fucking legend. Yo, this Whoo Kid, I don't believe this shit. Who Kid's in front of me? He is very vicious when it comes to people out there.
Absolutely.
He's very vicious. He doesn't like anybody.
Now, okay, see, the listeners don't really understand.
Yeah.
Like, in order for us to get him in the building, do you understand how?
Yo, I can imagine.
This man got me on the phone. He was like, "Press." Now, Flash. Flash, I don't care how old you are, he will make you feel like his son.
Yeah.
Flash was like, "Prez, why are you doing this?" I was like, "What do you mean, why am I doing No, why are you doing this?" So I had to sit and go through a whole spiel.
I can imagine.
Listen to this man grill me from right to left before he would, he was really listening to my answers because he wanted to make sure it was coming from a genuine place and it was going to have integrity.
Yeah.
And before he would sign off and say, "You know what? Your heart is pure. It's coming from the right place. I will endorse this. I will get behind it." It took me an hour conversation of this man grilling me, going back and forth, picking my brain before he signed on.
But it was well worth it, man.
Oh, it was well worth it.
Historical evenings, man.
Think about it. I couldn't have pulled this off. It wouldn't have been as authentic and genuine had you not had one of the founders, like Grandmaster Flash.
Come on, man.
He was the person that I had to have.
It would have been like a half-ass event.
It would have been. So to hear guys like yourself be like, "Oh my God, I sat next to Grandmaster Flash."
Like,
I mean,
chilling,
chilling.
And shout out to fuck you, DJ Irie, bringing that fucking Miami ring up to the spot. Yo, he shut it down. He brought
How big was that?
The championship ring.
How big was
fuck
that?
Irie, yo, if you listening, man, I know you my Haitian brother, but fuck you, nigga. 1-888 Shade 45. Matter of fact, you know what? We got a couple hot mixtapes that came out last a couple weeks, so maybe we get into. You want to DJ the Nipsey Hussle mix for the people out there?
Yeah, why not?
Do a global spin award mix.
This is the global spin award mix.
Yeah, on Shade 45.
Showing Prez on the 1 and 2.
Ooh, Diddy's tuning in too. Revolt.
There we go.
1-888 J45. Are you gonna have a special video from last year from the worst criers? Because I never saw DJs cry after they got a award.
You want to know, and we're gonna bring this into a serious part of the conversation.
What did you say when you saw the crying? Like there was a lot of crying.
You know something, Whoo Kid? I'm gonna tell you something. And this has got to be more serious than anything. The DJs have to understand. For years, I mean, right now the Academy Awards, they're like their 100th Academy Award.
Yeah.
Right. Every year, somebody leaves out of there a loser. There's more losers than winners.
Exactly.
But they show up anyway. They have great sportsmanship. They're shaking whoever's hand won in their particular category. And what I notice is there are a ton of criers when it comes to the DJs. Ton of them. like I'm sorry, to me, everybody's a winner. Like this has never been done. It just has never existed on this level before.
How about the criers that win though? We had winners that cried crazy. We need that video up this year.
Put it this way.
What's Jessica Rosenblum at? Jessica Rosenblum put this shit together.
Yeah, I won't be the one to put that up. I'm sorry.
Yo,
Jess can do it.
I was so happy that they won and they deserved whoever won because I stayed throughout the whole process. But some of the crying was crazy. You gotta put that up. There gotta be a video on the DJs who win.
That's gonna be the outtakes.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the outtakes.
And are we gonna minimize the speeches or how are we gonna do this?
Yeah. I got the wrap up.
Yeah, because some DJs they shouting out 100 family members.
20 seconds. You're getting 20 seconds. So have your speech ready. Like the wrap up music is real this year. Like last year, we had DJs who got on stage and literally thought this was the presidential inauguration. They was up there I'm glad you won. But you got 20 seconds to get your thing right.
Any new categories this year that were added?
Yes. One of the key categories that were added off the top of my head was the online record breakers.
Oh wow!
I think the blog sites play a big part in breaking records these days.
Oh wow! Yeah, of course.
So it was very important for us to in some way acknowledge them. So we gave them a category, online record breakers. Shout to
Rap
50,
Radar, this is 50.
Rap Radar, this
World
is 50,
Star.
Two Dope Boys, World Star, and there was one other that made that category. I don't even remember at this time.
I know, but you'd be surprised, man. No bloggers, man. Like the kids believe in the actual bloggers'
Absolutely
opinion on what kind of music, because nobody's gonna put whack shit up to get hits.
Absolutely, no.
It's common sense. I'm not gonna put a whack song up to I need hits in my site.
They are the internet DJ these days. They are the ones who are putting the music up, and if it goes just like when a DJ touches a record, no DJ's gonna ruin his set to play some whack, just because it's my man. Like if a DJ plays a record, 9 out of 10 is because he believes in that record, one way, shape, or form. Or if he doesn't personally believe in it, he has enough common sense to understand I might not personally like it, but this record's a hit.
That's crazy, man. Shout out to J Rose, she's helping you this year with the project too?
Yep.
That's like my homegirl right there.
Man,
matter of fact, you need to do another mix before you get out of here, man. I can kidnap you for another set, right?
Who am I mixing? I'm going back to a Nipsey Hussle mix or something different?
We got a Lloyd Banks mix right here.
Nice, Banks.
Can we get him?
Where is Banks at?
I don't know, man. I don't
know. You don't keep in touch with these guys?
Oh, but I heard he was at I think he was at a New Era event the other day because his head size they had to make a special fitted for him. It's like 8 1/8. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I heard.
Shout to Banks. Shout to Banks. Always been a fan of his music.
Yeah, we got to get him up at the awards, man. He should be back from Europe.
I would love for him to be.
We got to get on the phones right now. But you know what? Maybe if you do this mix, that'll make him speed the fuck up.
All right, we're going into a special Sean Prez Global Spin Awards Lloyd Banks mix.
Let's get into that right now. 1-888-845. And of course, do you have to be a DJ to come to this event this Monday?
Nah, you don't have to be a DJ. Right now, we're at capacity.
Wow.
You can't even let anybody else in.
That's crazy,
but I'm gonna tell you something. I know we gotta go into the next mix. thing's only 2 years old. You got to understand how
That's
many
crazy.
people are trying to get in. You know, the doors are
Holy.
closed. I'm sorry, but you can catch us at globalspinawards.com. We'll talk about it when we come back for the live stream.
We'll be right back. Let's get into this mix, Prez. Go with my Serato, and let's keep it moist for the bitches out there. Global spin in your mouth. Sean Prez is hanging with me. Mike Tyson's about to come up here. Man, Mike fucking Tyson, man.
Mike Tyson. I can't wait to meet him.
Yo, you never got pushed by this dude? You never met him?
I mean, I'll tell you a funny story. Mike Tyson bumped into me.
What?
Like, literally bumped into me back in the days when he was an animal. And I turned around to see. Now, I mean, I understand I'm on radio, but understand, y'all, I'm 6'3", 220 pounds. Like, I'm not a little guy. So I turn around ready to choke somebody out. Like, who just bumped into me? Like, he bumped into me so hard, I almost fell over. I turn around, and it's Mike Tyson looking at me like, what?
Oh, shit. I know you like, get the fuck out of here,
That was my
God.
first encounter with Mike Tyson. I'm going to remind him about that when I see him.
Yo, that's some fucking sick shit, man. Are you impressed with all the shit out there, all the hip-hop? You dealing with the, global spinner words. You deal with the DJs. You deal with the music. Are you impressed? You're part of the historical era.
Correct.
The bad boy shit. Like, are you impressed with all the music that's out there?
It's a funny thing. We come from a different era. Like you said, I come from the early days of Bad Boy. That whole 90s golden era of hip hop. In terms of being impressed, I respect it for what it is, but I'm from an era that where you really had to be lyrically gifted. And lyrics don't matter as much anymore. So I do get it. The music is more to put people on the dance floor. Lyrics are not as big as they once was. I can't say I'm mad at it. Every now and then,
Come on, man. You work with Biggie, man. Like,
yeah, that's
lyrics
exactly,
and hot beats.
Exactly. So, but I can tell you, like I'm very much impressed with Drake. I love him. I think, like out of all the new guys, to me, he's the leader of the new school. I think the guy's lyrical. I think that he possessed something that Biggie had. Like, if you listen to the Biggie lyrics and the greats like Jake, you can follow their life. You know where they are at any one particular time in their life. I think Drake has that. And I'm also a big fan of Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, well, Drake is the type that, I guess, following the Biggie footsteps, Biggie wasn't scared to kill an R&B track.
Correct.
So you see Drake took it even further. He's singing on
Drake.
shit.
Drake will sing.
That's
on
crazy.
A whole song
and that's like a big
rap.
risk. That's a big risk
It's
for a rap.
Huge risk.
That's
a huge risk.
That could kill your career if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, but I mean, when the joints he's singing on, I mean, are actually hot records.
Bitches be going crazy in this spot.
I never got a chance to meet him. I say much success to him, but right now, I really think that he's a great lead artist for this new generation. I think he's exactly where the culture needs to go.
And then Tony Yayo calling me. Isn't that kind of weird?
Nice.
Gotta bring Yayo to the event, man.
You should bring him.
I don't want this shit to get shut down. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but tell Yayo it's a dress-up event. That's the only way he's getting in.
Yeah, so you want to put that out there, like what homies with Timberlands and hoodies. And stuff
I mean,
can you make that clear that everybody's up there suited and booted, ready to get it popping?
Everybody needs to understand. I mean, in simple terms, this is the Grammys for the DJs. This is the Oscars for the DJs. This is black tie, formal. You bring your wife with you, not your jump off.
Yeah.
This is the one where you come, you walk in a red carpet. So if I don't care who you are, unless your name is Russell Simmons, you will not be let in the building.
yeah, nigga.
Straight up. I mean, last year we had cool DJ Red Alert with a suit on.
That's crazy.
How crazy is that?
Flex had a suit too.
Flex had a suit. Figure that out. Nobody. You got to understand. People who never dress were out there getting their suits tailored.
That's gangster. Yeah.
So that's what we going with this year.
I'm glad you were a little lenient on me and Drama, man, because we really didn't.
Yeah, because you came so last minute.
It was the first event, so we didn't think it was that serious. So me and Drama was actually dressed equal.
Yeah. Now Drama
but,
might have been worse than you.
Yeah,
Drama might have been worse than you.
like
and it's disgusting because both of y'all won. So both of y'all are holding awards, looking like backpack rappers. I'm like, come on, man. But this year,
I just sold a
you
nickel
know
bag
what it is.
I'm out my suit on this year. I'm a freak in it.
That's good. That's good.
I'm a freak in this year.
But I'm telling you, I told the people at the door, I'm turning off my phone that night. If you're not suited, if you don't come respecting the event for what it is, you know, I think that this culture far too often we think that it's all right not to dress up. This is not that event.
We got an epidemic with DJs though with cheap suits. Will there be a limit on the cheap suit situation? Will they be denied if the suit is very cheap?
You know something? I mean,
tell me there was some cheap. Come on, yo.
Nah, it was definitely some cheap suits. Nah, it was definitely some cheap suits in the. Shout to all the cheap suits.
They ain't going to court, nigga.
I don't mind. I mean, you know they tried, and that's all. You know, DJs. I mean, you're a DJ who cleans up, but you know how these DJs are. They overweight. 80% of
DJs don't know nothing about swag or dressing.
They know nothing.
Because they really just cutting, scratching, getting their fucking shit popping.
That's it.
Party dudes.
Overweight. Like, please, DJs, it's definitely time. November 18th. November's the month that is the Global Spin Awards. So you should be going on a diet around July.
One time out of the year.
You can be looking right in November.
It's kind of hard because, you know, the actual thing for a DJ is a T-shirt.
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
Rocking a party.
Hot,
cool T-shirt.
Not that night. This is your night. It's a special night. And for everybody listening, again, we are live streaming. GlobalSpinAwards.com. Global Spin Awards with a S.com. It starts, the live stream starts at 6 on the dot. That's the red carpet. You'll see all of the DJs from all over the country and all over the world in the building. All your favorite celebrities in the building. So it's going to be real nice.
And then all the fans out there who are fans of DJs could, you know, with the Twitter, what's the Twitter handle?
At Global Spin Awards.
So maybe they could vote, and then maybe they could either that or they could tell who's going to win.
So let me ask you this. I purposely took, you know, people have been suggesting for us to get like a fan's choice, a viewer's choice award. Is it I thought that I didn't, you know, we have our voting body. From your standpoint, do you think we should add something like that where the fans could get involved and vote on the DJ?
Because you know MTV and all them, they do that too.
Yeah, they do it.
They combine the fans with the judges.
Correct.
So it could be overwhelming, but it could also be subjective. Like, you know,
maybe we'll do it for next year.
Yeah. That'd be kind of ill.
And the only reason I didn't do it because I don't want the DJs campaigning. I don't want the
going hard at it. It's kind of like,
I think it brings it down. I think it makes it cheesy.
It's kind of unfair if one DJ is more popular than the one that really deserves whatever, and then they win off of popularity, not from skill or hard work.
Absolutely.
But you know, hopefully I win this year. I got the fucking radio show shit. My radio show is hot, and you see I have Sean Prez on my show, and he's on my show for a reason. 5 million listening, nigga. Ooh, in your mouth, yo. And I'm wearing my suit this Monday. And should I wear like a yellow suit, or should I go like Nas, wear a pink suit?
No, lime green.
Okay, lime green.
Man. with purple gators.
And tell DJ Irony, leave that fucking ring.
No. Ari bring it back 2. He got 2 now.
Oh, yo, if he has 2, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna cut a finger off, yo.
He got 2.
My Haitian brother, man. 1-888 Shade 4. And then a lot of Twitter fans. Is Khaled gonna be there? You don't know?
I don't know if Khaled's coming. I don't know. You know, Khaled's an artist, man. I don't even know if Khaled. He's dropping a DJ from his name. He's just playing Khaled these days.
That's a lot of Twitter questions, you know. But anything, people need to just watch the Twitter feed until Monday.
Need to watch the Twitter feed at Global Spin Awards, and also tune into our live stream on Monday, 6 p.m. GlobalSpinAwards.com.
And let's continue the mix. Before you got to do a Biggie mix. Come on, bad boy, Sean Prez.
Absolutely.
You know,
my
Diddy's
favorite rapper of all time.
Come on, man. You got to do this mix right
Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, stand up.
1-888 Shade 45. Hit me on my Twitter. If you're tuned in, I'm at DJ Whoo Kid. You can follow me now and put up the photos of you tuning in, whether in your car, your laptop, your cell phone. This is the Global Spin Awards BIG mix.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're the best, man. I'll see you Monday with my suit on.
My man.
I'm bringing my bitch, though. Fuck my wife. 1-888 Shade 45. In your mouth. Fuck her. Well, I'm trying to, see the future. I think I put it out there for 20 girls to come up here to hang out for Eminem, So I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but hopefully Linda Lauren will help me with this situation. You know, she's a psychic medium, and maybe she could see the future on how much moisture will be up here. It's gonna be very liquidating. You know, her new book, The Memoir of a Fourth Generation, is out there, and hopefully she can answer some of my questions when it comes to hip hop, because in hip hop there are tons of questions and tons of mysteries out there. Maybe Linda Lauren can help me because she helped the police a little bit, and then maybe you can help us out. How you doing, Linda?
Sure, I'm good.
I'm
good.
I think I can see the future. Maybe you need like a little coffee, or you want Ciroc, or what do you want?
No, I'm good. No, I think I'm good.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I don't need any vodka. I don't need any wine. I'm good. Just my book is medium rare.
Hey.
And I am excited about that one. So
it came out Tuesday, and so are you foretelling a big check from it?
No, I'm I'm foretelling some really good vibes. That's what I'm foretelling. I think it's going to be a really good time here today.
And you're a good, someone told me you're a color and energy consultant.
That's right. I look at people like you right now.
So you could examine me by seeing
I'm going to look at colors, your aura. So the bubbles that come out at me, I'm going to see come out from you.
Kind of like the moisture,
the moisture drops, bubbles. You got it. You blow bubbles. Well, there you go, moisture.
I don't know if I blow bubbles there. I think I might be something else. Let's get out of this.
Okay, and the colors I'm seeing.
So
white and yellow. For you, I got white and yellow right now.
Oh wow.
Okay, now the white is you're trying to be real clear thinking. You're trying to really get your thoughts clear. But the yellow, you tend towards emotion when you don't get your own way. Or somebody might not be doing right by you. So if they're not doing right by you, you're going. The yellow is going to speak real loud for you. You need to kind of actually refrain from that color.
From the yellow.
Yeah, and like encourage the white, encourage red, because red is like for you passion. For some people, it's moving forward. For you, it's passion, and you'll tend to be more passionate. Are you doing music right now?
Yeah,
because there's a really big opportunity that's opening up for you when it comes to music, and that's going to lead to something very permanent and something a lot bigger than you thought it would be.
Yeah, because it's crazy you brought that up because I've been dealing with like big name DJs like Avicii, Carnage, like they all. Bringing me into their world of, because my world, in the hip hop, I've been doing it for 20 years.
Right.
But a lot of people don't know I DJ'd house music before, because there was no hip hop back in the days. I'm like 42, so yeah, I used to blast In Excess and like Silent Morning, like those cheesy house songs back in the days.
Very different then. It was very different.
So I've been recently hanging with David Guetta. I've been hanging with them, and then I'm gonna do like 20 videos this summer.
That's good to hear because
to switch up my lineup.
Okay, because you've got a lot of positive energy that actually has you contractually signing. So it means that whatever's happening now is prepping you for like the following year, especially I want to say mid 2014 to the end of the year.
That's crazy. And then I'm dropping my new video on Monday. It's funny you brought that up.
See, that's positive. That's going to be real positive.
You're like, yo, I'm going to have to get a lotto. Can I get a lotto number? I know you get that. 623.
We're doing pick 3. 623.
You get that a lot
all the time.
From the hood, right?
Well, no, really. Well, no, not just the hood. I did an evening of a psychic evening of audience readings once.
Yeah.
And everybody was with the other side. And some guy came through and said, I want to give my wife a number. And so I said, anybody here, I just want to tell you, there's a man here who's coming through. I said who the name was, and I said, and he wants to give you a number. Everybody in the audience, at least 100 people, took out their purses, their pads, and they're like writing down the number. I'm like, well, that number's not going to win. You're all playing it.
That's hilarious. Well, there's one number that always wins. The number is Eminem. We got to play some Eminem for you.
Absolutely.
Get you to wiggle up here.
Oh, yeah.
How do psychic mediums dance to music?
We dance. Period. We dance.
For real?
Absolutely.
Do you have to go ooh and ah?
No. I'm not a silly little white girl. I dance.
All right, then
I rock it out, baby.
Let's get some Eminem going. Moisture time.
Half the front on the bottom.
We are back. Full lines is hot. 1-888-SHADE-45. Are you on Twitter? Do people ask you questions? Can you shout out your Twitter real quick?
Yes, it's at Linda Lauren. And
and medium rare is everywhere.
And I also have a Facebook site, and Linda Lauren fans.
Man,
And, yeah.
And you're a fourth generation. Does it get passed along? Like, I don't. When you're fourth generation,
Fourth generation.
Like,
That's
so your mother touches you, and you're like, how do you get it?
But I get it from both sides of the family. I get it on my father's side. It was my grandmother, my great grandmother, my great great grandmother goes down that line, and my father. And then my mother, it was like my mother, but it was her grandmother, not her mother. And then it skips on my mother's side.
Well, Halloween just passed.
Yeah.
Was there any witches in your family? Like on the low?
Well, in Italian, I'm Italian.
Yeah.
And they call them the Italian witches. They call them strega. But we're not witches.
Oh,
no,
okay.
we're not. We're Christian. We're Jesus. People believe Jesus. Okay.
The Pope wasn't looking for your grandmother. I just want to make sure.
No, my father did say they were thrown out of the boot.
No, get out. Medium rare, man. I see you helped a lot of murder victims with the Pope.
I found a lot of missing persons.
That's crazy.
It's I've had some high profile cases. I worked on the Susan Walsh case that was on Unsolved Mysteries. I've worked on a few missing persons cases where kids were missing. With their pastor, and it's been, but those are the ones you can't really get much good stuff from, because you can help find a person, a body, but you can't really. Yeah, I want to find them alive.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's hard, that part of the work.
Well, in the hip hop community, I'm surprised like Tupac mother or B.I.G.'s mother never contacted you.
Well, maybe they will now.
That's crazy.
They just might. They could still do it. LindaLauren.com. You just come on over and.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Those are like the biggest mysteries in hip hop. Like, who killed them, or are they dead? Because a lot of people are always saying Tupac is still out there, blah blah blah. But
no, absolutely. But I could feel whether or not they are.
But you would have to have you need a family member or a connection. You can't get it from me, because I never knew Tupac.
See that's smart of you to know that, because I've said that to people. You have to really know a person to bring them through. Like, in other words, you would have to know him for him to come through.
That's crazy.
Not that he wouldn't come through it might happen, but I really feel personally there's no reason for anybody to come through for me alone, unless it's for the person that I'm reading.
Oh, okay.
Like, for instance, we were on another show and I was telling them that I was a friend of Jim Morrison, The Doors.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, and so if he came through, I could believe that, because I knew him in life. But he wouldn't come through for anybody else, because they didn't know. And so you have to know a person.
It's funny because we have, because the connection you have with Morrison, we sell T-shirts where he died at 27. So everyone that died at 27.
27,
we got Hendrix. Who was on there? Cobain.
Hendrix, Cobain. They were all there. Janis Joplin. They were all 27. Yeah, you're right.
That's crazy.
No, I know.
You're scaring me right now. I come from a family of voodoo because I'm Haitian. So is there a connection with, like, spiritual stuff?
I feel this way about any practices.
With magic and all that.
Spiritually, magic is a real loose word, because really what magic is your orientation into how you pray and create sacred space for yourself. A lot of people want to think, okay, voodoo is negative. It's not. It can be. Anything can be. A curse is a negative prayer as far as I'm concerned. So
I know, because one of my ex-chicks got a doll of my ass.
No, got to be careful with that
got
one.
An ass doll.
No, I got to.
Every week I'm like, ow. Well, let's get out of my ass. But anyway.
But there is, it's all according to your belief system.
Yeah.
And if you really believe that somebody can hurt you, they can.
Okay.
Okay? That's how I look at it.
Religion, where does it come into play when it comes to psychic mediums?
For me, like I said, I'm Christian. I am coming from that base, that belief system. So I'm spiritual, but I'm coming from my belief in Jesus and the church, but I'm not. What would you say? I'm not grounded to one religion when I do my work. I'm universal.
That's what I was going to say.
I speak to everyone.
There's so many like religions out there.
Right. I speak to people spiritually. I speak to them in terms of where they're coming from in their inside, like where their mindfulness is, where that center is, where that spirituality comes out. You get a lot more from people through their energy than anything else.
I feel like, I don't know, I didn't work out today. I was going to do some push-ups. I'm low in energy. I don't know.
You're low in energy,
Yeah,
but you got to, drink more water, and you need to actually take vitamins.
For real?
Uh-huh.
See, the moisture, there's always moisture somewhere
in your
life.
You need more moisture.
But we're going to keep getting wet. We're going to come right back with more Eminem. Linda, you hanging out, right?
Yeah.
Because we got some more questions from Twitter already. People are hitting me on Twitter. My Twitter is at DJ Whoo Kid. Yours is at Linda Lauren. Very easy. And then the book is out now, Medium Rare. And we're not talking about meat. We're talking about the moisture that she's about to tell me about that I'm going to have this year from my touring. And we'll be right back. 1-888-45, more Eminem on Eminem's Weekend. Yeah. Ooh, phone lines is super hot. Twitter is super hot. Instagram is mega hot. You know what I'm saying? Mega moist, too. The memoir of a fourth generation. I got Linda Lauren up here. Medium Rare. And I got some questions for you on Twitter. Chris Brown and Rihanna, well, I mean, still, you're not connected with, they're not here.
Right.
I know Chris Brown and I know Rihanna. So maybe you could see it through my colors.
They both have red energy.
They both have red.
Yes. Now, when you both have red energy,
then it's not going to work.
No, you can cancel each other out. Because basically, you're so passionate about each other that you could turn that around to be opposite sometimes. So you can be passionate and then not passionate. And you want to love the person, but you want to kill them at the same time. And that's kind of where they are in energy. Okay.
We're trying to schedule when he will kill her or when he will commit suicide.
I don't want to do that. I'm not.
The fans want to know.
I don't think anybody's going to wind up canceling each other out. Okay. I don't see that.
Jay-Z, this is another one. Is Jay-Z actually gonna be the next president of the United States? Because he hangs with Obama, and white people like black people now. So, what do you think, Linda?
I kind of think. I
don't know why, but whatever.
Okay. Well, what I think shouldn't even matter. But anyway, what I think here is that what was the question? No, I'm kidding. No, I feel he's going to do really well in politics.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that I see him as president. Because I'm seeing a woman coming soon, but I'm seeing that he has a really good opportunity to be in politics, and he probably will go in that direction, Jason.
Wow.
It's DJ Whoo Kid, the Whoolywood Shuffle. Everybody's on my show. Actors, strippers, sports stars, comedians. A-list only. I don't interview losers. Non-stop action, non-stop moisture. You'll be laughing. You'll be peeing on yourself. Get wet. Every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Shade 45, Sirius XM.
The psychic just got out of here, and of course, she foretell the future here that, somebody's going to come up here and knock me out, Reef.
What, an STD?
No, man, STD. A famous historical boxer was going to come up here and knock me out. Mike Tyson is up here, kid. What's up, guys?
Back into that corny ass tape.
He still does it.
Yo, we love you, Mike. You're a boxing promoter now, man. What's up, man?
This is true. I invaded the game of boxing.
Wow. So you're going to defeat all the politics? You're going to go against the grain?
Listen. The politics are never going to be defeated. We're going to have to work around the politics because this is not going to work well unless they have some government-operated, from boxing. We got to watch these guys. We can't watch these guys on our own. We need the law to be involved with us and to help us do this. It's not going to be able to be done with yes.
Are you going to bring fear into the boxing world again? Because that's why there's no fear anymore. Nobody's scared.
True.
Everybody's so pussy now, right?
These promoters, man. Damn.
No, they have a lot to do with the officials and stuff. They have bad decisions, robberies, overmatching guys when they fight one another, and that just turn people away from boxing, and that's why they turn into other physical sports like the MMA. Look, one guy tried to look. They said Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather was a draw. Now, who was that? Listen, that guy was as blind as the three blind mice.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's funny you said that. You're very undisputed with the truth out there, and I think you're gonna have to bring that into the promotion. You're like an expert in beating up promoters? Are you going to bring that back?
Well, I've done that on a few occasions, but I don't seek to become an expert in that particular exponent. And
well, in your new book, you're brutally honest on how you took care of a lot of the promoters.
Well, that was a long time ago. I'm not willing to go through that path again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to deal with the way of Buddha some kind of way and some kind of effects. I'm not going to be a deadbeat dad, but I'm just going to try to be on the righteous.
Calm.
Yes, very calm.
Calm and righteous.
Without the inhaling of Buddha.
In the book, does it state when you start choking, or what do you go after first in a promoter? The neck or the body?
There's no particular parts, you know. But someone was struck in that particular situation, and I don't like to talk much, but yes, I like striking people.
Yeah.
There was anger involved. And,
hey. And you still want to kill Don King?
No, I really like him. Yes, I'm a good man, and I don't want to do that. I want to clean up all my wreckage from the past and do my amends.
Is this part of that, being a promoter, kind of by cleaning up the trash of the sport?
I can't clean up boxing. I can only clean my side of the street.
Right.
That's all I'm responsible for, and people have to clean their side.
We have a lie detector expert up here. Maybe we should test Mike Tyson on that Don King.
Where's he at?
On that Don King question.
Show me him. And I'll show you the biggest liar in our bunch.
One thing is going on. Your boy Spike Lee hooked you up. HBO dropping tonight. 8 p.m.
Thank you very much, Spike.
Undisputed Truth, man. So everybody's gonna. So the difference is going to be more like professionally shot because they shot it like iller, or what's going to be the difference?
They did a great job in shooting it, and it was shot and done in a way I really didn't anticipate. I didn't think it was going to actually be that good. I didn't think there was no way they could make it. I'm just the world of movies and shooting things is just totally overwhelming to me now.
I mean, I'm blessed to have seen the show myself, and it's the type of show you have to go personally to experience.
No, but it's going to be so different seeing it. This is really done professionally in a way I've never seen before.
How many did he film to actually get to this final?
He only filmed one.
Oh, really?
When he filmed one, Spike was stingy with the film and probably thinking somebody was going to what's that word again?
Blackball.
Blackball. No, that's not the fucking word. The word is what's that word when you sell them on the streets?
Oh, bootleg.
Bootleg, yeah.
Oh, okay. So he only did one to avoid.
So is there pressure? Is there pressure there?
That's crazy.
What?
You got to get it. You got to get your best performance that one night.
Hey, listen. Yeah, that's pressure.
Wow,
that's pressure.
But that must have been easy. You've done you just came from Dubai. I just came from Dubai, and then you left a whole bunch of people out there. Those Arabs were going crazy. I came like 2 days after you left.
Really?
I did that Cirque du Soir. I was out there.
Trip right out there, right?
Yeah, they love you over there. You're like God over there.
Hey, I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from that God stuff.
You're like Allah over there, man.
Allahu Akbar.
All right, we gotta go to music. But let's have Mike Tyson DJ real quick, and we'll come right back. What are you listening to right now? You like gothic music, or what
no
like?
way, man. What you listen to what everybody else is listening to.
You listen to Drake and all that?
And Drake and all that stuff.
What? Yo, can you imagine Mike Tyson dancing to "I Went Home to You"? You listen to "Coming Home"? Drake joint?
No, I'm not listening to that, but I listen to Drake stuff, but not that one.
You know what? I think he would really listen to Kendrick Lamar. I
love Kendrick Lamar
because he's like the animalistic.
Yeah, he's really, and he's not like the typical Los Angeles rapper. He's really ferocious. Most of the guys were just radical, but they were never vicious and fierce. Yo,
he's getting me amped right there. Let's do this Kendrick Lamar mix. We'll be right back with Mike Tyson, Undisputed Truth. We're gonna get into the book. The book is everywhere right now, and we'll be right back. Mike Tyson is running the streets right now with the Kendrick Lamar set. And, of course, we got to come back. Jay-Z is like the king out there. Is that someone you would knock out? Because, somebody told me that you're trying to get the King of New York title.
Not me, man. That must be a big burden, huh?
Nah, Jay-Z, he's a little tired right now of all this being the King of New York. Maybe you come and knock him out. And
the King of New York don't pay taxes. The King of New York don't have bills. And the King of New York, yes, he absorbs everybody else's money, and they pay taxes to him.
Yeah,
that's what the King of New York does.
He's got the right idea.
Yeah, the King of New York ain't gonna be no nigga either. Trust me.
Yeah, you are so.
I ain't gonna be no nigga. Ain't gonna let no nigga. It may let him look like the King of New York. You shit.
Everybody loves your brutal honesty. In your book, I see you describe everything to the T, even the sexual stuff. Like you didn't hold back.
Hey, listen, this is my ghostwriter right here, Ratso. Just get to the mic. You talk about some of this stuff, right? Is this stuff on right here?
Is that the pervert? The guy with the bad seat stuff?
It looks like a pervert thing going on here, right?
Grab the mic, sir. Got the bad seat on. This is your
Ratso has
ghostwriter.
a beautiful sister as a wife. Beautiful African-American sister, red bone, New Orleans.
Talk on the mic real quick so I can put your levels up, sir. Hey, all right, you're up now. Talk again, sir.
Great to be here.
Yeah, so you're the one that got in detail all the sexual stuff in the book.
I got detail all the stuff in the book, everything.
Everything, dude.
Every little
He's not
detail.
a sex therapist, a sex illuminatus. He's a ghostwriter. He did it all.
Oh, so but he didn't edit your stuff out because in the book they stated that you went in detail with everything.
Well, talk to him about
Wait,
that.
what?
Discuss
All right.
that with him.
He stated that in the book, everybody's telling me that they went through the book that he went in detail with everything.
Right.
So can you explain like the sexual stuff in there for the people that's perverts out there?
The sexual exploits.
Tell him what I did.
Could
dude.
I explain what he did? Mike was a very sexually active guy after a certain period, because don't forget, for years he couldn't have any sex because he was so consumed with becoming the greatest boxer in history. I mean, that's, Cuss instilled in him that he would be, the champion of all champions. And at 20 years old, he was the heavyweight champion of the world. That's when he started getting really sexual active.
And then the thing that's crazy, even when you were locked up, the drug counselor. Wow.
Yes, this is true.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Well, talk more about that, please.
How was the drug counselor? Did he explain the detail in the moisture?
The moisture was an understatement. But no, you say that, Rat. So you discuss that. I'm a married man with children. That
Yeah,
I
of course.
love.
We're talking about in the past, Mike.
No, but still, the past seems to always catch you in your future some kind of way, because you make a mistake and people don't understand the mistake that you made verbally, and it just gets caught up. It's Rat, so please explain.
Well, this is all secondhand, of course. But the
second hand from the first hand.
That's right. But the drug counselor was a woman who, wasn't making a lot of money, and she needed some repairs done to her house.
Wow.
And Mike saw there might be a quid pro quo operating here, and he hinted that he probably could get that roof fixed. And a few days later, money came.
And look out for the kid too.
That's right.
Look out for the kid.
She was a single mom.
Look out for the kid. Look out for the baby.
You're a good guy,
Mike loves the kid.
But let's get real here.
Yeah.
So Mike begins to have a sexual congress with this drug counselor in jail. But the fact is that then she starts calling him down to her office 15 times a day. Mr. Tyson, please report to the drug counselor's office.
Damn,
That's why he was so wasted.
The moisture was crazy, right? Yo, Mike is the man, yo. And the fact that, he stated that, well, in the book, I'm asking you, okay? Yeah. He said that he had so much sex he didn't have time to work out.
Right. She drained him.
That's crazy. You really couldn't work out at all? That's how much shit was going on?
Right, so please explain.
Yes. Mike's cellmate said, Mike, what are you doing? You have to start working out. Everybody's, and the whole prison, all the other prisoners would always get on him and say, come on, champ, you got to get in shape. You got to get out there and you got to win the title back. And that's what happened.
Well, we're going to come right back because I still have some more questions that maybe I don't have to ask him. We'll keep the sex stuff out the way. We'll get back to,
sex is not appropriate for married men.
Yeah, let's get to the normality. We'll be right back with The Moisture with Mike Tyson.
The Moisture with Mike.
And don't forget, 8 p.m. tonight. The Moisture with Mike. Holy shit. HBO tonight, 8 p.m. We'll be right back. Spike Lee, what's up? Back 1-888-45 is the, at Mike Tyson is the Twitter, and of course, coming from your background, man, you're teaching the kids out there to like get out of trouble with this book, huh?
I don't know. Listen, I don't look at myself as a role model. I'm not trying to be a role model. But if you could see this is a way that this is a route that you're going, it'll explain, hey, I can't do this. Because there's nothing about my book that's going to make you say, wow, I'm envious of this guy's life. Oh, I want to have a life like his. And that's just the truth. I'm just an extreme guy, and all I ever knew how to live was extreme. I can never be half rich or half poor. Either I don't have shit or I have it all.
Jesus Christ, there's nothing in the middle, huh?
Nothing at all.
Damn, man, and then you're so humble now.
No, I don't think I'm humble. I'm just I've learned from my experience, and I learned to just keep my mouth shut as much as possible.
Well, you're heartless on yourself, though, like in the book. Like,
well, nobody
you're
else
relentless.
Well, that's just what it is. I have to be that way because if I allow myself to follow my own, my own vices, I'm going to be disastrous. If no one, if I don't have nobody to check me or let me know what reality I'm really in, I think I can do anything. I can talk to anybody any kind of way, and I won't, and with impunity, that nothing's going to happen with whatever I say, either to a woman or a man or whoever. And I feel like sometimes, which is ridiculous, that I can say whatever I want.
Wow, man.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Exactly.
Why not?
No, it's not good. It's not good.
But what's crazy is, in the play, people want it'll probably be like a 5-hour play. That's why you came out with the book to like add more info to it.
Pretty much, yes. No, I came out with the book because my wife said we need to have a book, and no one should be telling your story. Your kids should hear your story from your perspective.
Oh, okay.
You shouldn't die, and other people going to say this is how Mike lived his life. So they should hear it from your own mouth.
Smart woman.
Words, and plus we need some fucking money.
This guy is the realest guy out there, man. Jesus Christ, man. and give me some prospects. You're a promoter now. Is there anybody you're looking into?
No, I have a young kid. His name is Erickson Lubin. He's the most sensational amateur athlete since since Oscar De La Hoya. And he skipped the Olympics. He turned pro with us. He's an amazing fighter. And I had him spar. He's 140 pounds. I had him box for my 135-pound champion. He dropped him. This is an amateur.
Wow.
And he's really a man-child and a really a young man to be reckoned with.
Man, so, you must have a lot of expectations in a boxer, especially with your experience.
No, I can't allow.
Do you compare what you've done with the new boxers?
No, I can't compare people to what I've done. Most fighters are not as desperate as I was. Most fighters are not insecure as I was and have something to prove with their manhood and all that stuff. So you can't expect the kid to do that. Some people need to blossom in their own time, in their own speed, so to speak.
So at that 140-pound weight class, that's pretty much the most exciting division right now.
Pretty much. He's going to grow, this kid. He's a young, strong kid, real strong and talented. He's been fighting ever since he's 17? I've been fighting him since he was 7. He's just really talented young kid.
I mean, you got Floyd and everybody else, but great talent within that 140, 147.
Yes, great talent.
And back to the book, a lot of white chicks are calling up. Is there a Brad Pitt chapter in the book, like a more in detail?
Ratso?
Yeah, a Brad Pitt. Oh, well, let's get to Can you explain the Brad Pitt situation?
The Brad Pitt story is aptly documented in the book. Yes.
Damn.
It's a great part of the play. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
That and Mitch Green.
Can you add that he was pussy, or
excuse me?
Was he pussy, or should I ask him, was Brad Pitt pussy?
And what perspective?
Yeah, I don't want to fucking drop the dime on the play, but all right.
No, I didn't get the impression at all that he was a pussy.
Oh, okay.
In fact, Mike was very valiant, and when Mike saw that what was going on, he said, "Well, I'll just come back tomorrow and get mine."
Oh, okay. You're such a great guy. I'm so happy you came through, Mike. Mike, you want to shout out the HBO special tonight, 8 p.m.
No, you do it. It's your fucking job to do it.
All right, motherfucker. All right. 8 p.m. tonight, HBO. Spike Lee hooked it up. Check out Mike Tyson, Undisputed Truth. And, of course, it will be in high def. And I hear you got a nice suit on, too.
Yes, I do.
1-888-SHAY-45. We're going to continue the excellence in radio. Mike Tyson just got out of here. He just punched the shit out of me. And now we're going to continue punching you niggas out there. I got my nigga and B up here, classic nigga. What's up, man?
What's up, Whoo Kid?
Epilogue, the epilogue.
Yeah, that trilogy, the epilogue, in stores right now, online right now. Quick suggestion, like, don't swing on me.
Oh yeah, come on, man.
Let's chill. That's a good thing. That's a big and wide. I don't want Whoo Kid drunk ass trying to swing on me.
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna swing on you. You might stuff me, God. I'm pussy up here, man.
And that's something I would hate to have to do on the air. So let's keep it cordial. What's going on, Whoo Kid?
Everything is good, man.
Back from you back from what? Ghana? Where you been last? Estonia? Where the fuck you been?
Yo, Estonia is where they have group sex, man. I love that place. But I was in Mozambique, yo. You know, there was no sex going on there, but...
Yeah, you're not having sex in Mozambique, are you?
Yeah, I left my dick home. I had my dick FedEx to Dubai. I went to Dubai after. I went from Mozambique, Dubai, came back here, fucking with the jet lag, and now I'm chilling. And today I go to France today. I leave this.
You went to Dubai. Tonight. You was at the race. Was you there for the race, the F1 shit?
Oh no, it was over.
Okay.
So I was like the last party, and I actually Mike Tyson just left it. He was here like the week before I got there. So,
mm-hmm.
I mean, you've been out to Dubai before, right?
Not yet. I got a lot of friends there from Gumball. I just ain't made it yet.
Oh, I gotta kidnap you for a party.
They keep inviting me, man, and for some reason, my dumb ass always got something better to do.
I mean, yo,
I'm gonna have to find something better to do in Dubai.
We're gonna have to get it popping out there, man. And shout out to I just played a Big Pimpin'.
Thank you, sir.
And classic record out there. I mean, damn, man, you ever thought that, you know, you still be in the game all these years? Like, is it the respect thing?
I didn't think I would last. I didn't think we were gonna last 5 years because the environment was different when I first came in. You know, you look at hip hop today, and damn near everything has a southern feel to it. You know, when I started, it wasn't like that.
Yeah, everything was segregated.
It was segregated. Hip hop was very regional. You know what I'm saying? East Coast people listen to East Coast hip hop. West Coast people listen to West Coast.
You never thought you'd be kind of like, I mean, I don't think you'd be irritated, but you'd be like, yo, what the fuck? You can't do your own shit?
You know, we felt a certain, you know, we felt a certain way initially, man, but you know, how can I front on a New York MC adding Southern elements to his music when the East Coast invented hip hop? So off top, if you rap and you're not from New York, then you trying to be like New York off top. Like in the early days, that's what it was about. But nowadays, hip hop lives and breathes in so many different cultures and class status and all over the world, from the poorest people to the richest people. The one factor that brings everybody together in this world is hip hop. You look at every TV show, every commercial, every product, every movie. There's a movie. You have a movie that's about some shit that happened in 300 BC, and in the trailer is Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that just got made last week that ain't got nothing to do
that's some real shit, though.
With that. But that's what they need to get people's attention. Because if they ain't had the music and it was just niggas in their drawers with swords and shit fighting, and niggas turn the channel. Nobody even look at that shit. But nigga be down doing some other shit, nigga here, you know what I'm saying? I am a god. And you're looking up at the TV. What the fuck? Okay, I guess maybe niggas thought they was gods in 300 BC.
You know
maybe it's about Rome or Greece or some shit. But nah, they just using hip hop to sell their shit. So that we got to understand that and learn our value in the world.
But you guys, like, I mean, the only time I hear a South artist killing an East Coast track is you're featured on an East Coast artist track.
Right.
But I don't see South artists like stealing the whole East Coast thing and doing a whole album behind
Well, initially, in the early days of hip-hop, there was identity crises in hip-hop. Where people were like, you know...
it just never blew up or something?
Well, no, what it was just you have cats that were from Texas trying to sound like people from New York. This is the very early days. You're talking about the mid to late 80s in hip-hop. And what happens is when you get to New York and you're trying to sound like New York, they don't appreciate that. And so when you come to New York and you do you and you represent yourself, even if they don't like it, they'll respect it. Like, that ain't really my shit, but my nigga, you doing you. Good luck with that, Times change. People that were born, after, 95 see hip-hop differently, has been exposed to hip-hop differently, and the walls that existed in the culture when I started were long gone.
Wow. That's
so
crazy.
all they ever knew was a unified front in hip hop. They don't remember when we had to tear those walls down and West Coast and East Coast artists first started doing records together. Cube coming to the East Coast and doing East Coast centric music and shit like that. That helps spread the culture. That turns West Coast niggas onto what's going on the East Coast and vice versa. And that's what we need more of in hip hop. Solidarity. Because they definitely out to get us. So we got to team up, stay together, and make sure we get them.
Well, one thing I do know what you got is you understand the pussies out there in hip hop, the doves. And we got to get into this Eagle record.
Okay, yeah.
Because you can tell who's a pussy out there.
Hey, look,
you're one of the guys that don't have to front on video, don't have to, because everybody, respects.
I've already
your genus.
Look, I'm 40 years old.
Yeah,
kid.
You don't have to.
If I got to pull up my sleeves and I try to fight a nigga outside the club, just to prove I'm still hard.
Yeah,
there's something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you see my brother over there, Truck Buck. Head of the Gladiators, and everybody like, man, you got the best security in the world, man. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you niggas. I'm like, you got my security mixed up. Them niggas not here to protect me. They here to protect you.
Yeah.
My niggas come with me to make sure I don't fuck nobody up on some dumb shit and throw this whole movement into trash.
You can press a button right now.
If I have a problem in the club, the main issue for them is, man, don't let B fight. Get B out of here. Cause and I'm a sneaky nigga too. Like, I won't say nothing. Like, I won't say shit if I got an issue. I'll try to dip off, and then I'll look behind me, and that nigga right there. I'm like, what you want? I see you, nigga. Where we going? What's the problem? Nah, ain't no problem. I just wanted to ask this nigga a question. Like, Nah, chill out, nigga. Chill out.
Don't worry about that. Neck, like, right?
Man, the only thing worse than somebody cutting off the head is me cutting my own head off.
Yeah.
And that's what my people is there for. Let's play these Eagles, man. Fuck these pussy ass dove niggas.
Yeah,
man.
these dove niggas out there. We gotta come back and maybe we can identify some doves. We got some. If you know anybody out there that's a
you're
dove,
very good at identifying.
Matter of fact, let's let the Twitter fans hit us up. Anybody out there that's a dove in Bun B's terms, pussy.
Right.
Tweet right now at DJ Whoo Kid, at Bun B
Trilogy. At Bun B Trilogy.
Let us know who you think is a dove in hip hop
and as we could, a pussy.
A pussy, and we will retweet it now. So let's get into this Eagle record, which is super hard, and this is on Epilogue, which is out now. The Epilogue in your mouth. Ooh, the moisture is crazy out there. 22 to 42. Got unlimited bitches calling us, yo. Yo, Bud, man.
Okay, he's stupid, man.
I think it's my show is the only time we got bitches going crazy when you come up here. Do people?
Yeah, bitches don't pay attention to me for the most part. Only when I'm standing next to you young, single, rich niggas. They even look my way. They know my old ass married. They can't get no money. They know I'm stingy, cheap, all that shit. They ain't getting nothing.
I'm married too, man. I don't give a fuck.
My wife have a hard time getting me to buy lubricants. What you bitches, nigga? You serious? Please.
You know me, man. I got my mistress the Louboutin, man. I got time for that shit, man. You know what I mean?
I don't have a gumad. I'm good. Just me and the wife.
Back into my research on out there. I did a little research, and then I really could not find that many artists that people need as a doorway to be accepted in hip hop. And then the three that I found was you, of course.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg.
Right.
And Raekwon. And then the way you guys do it is in a humble way, because it's not like anybody could do a record with Jay. It's not like anybody could just, yo, Kendrick, let's do a record. But people, for some reason, like all the up-and-coming artists got to go through your doorway to be kind of like universally like accepted.
I can see what you say that.
Because you guys, you have a humble attitude where you respect the new cat.
Yeah, and I want to see people
A lot of people
win.
don't do that.
Well, see, I came in the game different than most people. Like, we had a lot of rejection in our early days. We had a lot of people that tried to front on us when we first came out.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that when these young artists come in the game and people don't feel like they're getting their proper respect from people. The number one thing that I see wrong with these young artists is that they get taken advantage of so much by the industry. Like, they'll have a hot record and somebody will hit them up to get on the remix, and then they get on the remix, and really they're not getting on the remix to help blow you up. They're trying to take some of that shine on your record away from you. So you'll see people on a remix or something with a record, but you'll never see these people in each other's company. And that's the difference. With us, like, if you call me about a record, I don't. And one thing, I don't do every record that everybody call me for, whether it's money or not. there's a lot of things like some of these cats I have to send them back to the basement because they're not ready. It's like, look, I know you want to spend this. I'll take your money if you want me to.
But come on.
But you're not gonna win with this record, no matter who you put on it. You need a different approach. You need because my thing is if they get the right, mentorship, and you give them the right information, and they blow up, and they real niggas like they supposed to be, then you're gonna get all that shit back, and then some. So for me, it's never been an issue about. Oh, that little nigga got a budget. Yeah, I'll hop on that record. No, it's not about that because I don't want to be associated with fuck niggas. You know what I'm saying? You keep your money. Your money ain't worth my reputation out here.
But you know what's crazy, Bun? But honestly, like, I can't even say I accept money and all of that shit too, the brown paper bags. And whenever you see me say somebody's extra hot, the money is in the pocket.
Oh, right. And Truck, you brought the bag, right?
Yeah. Okay, I learned that from Pimp C, by the way. But
brown paper bag money is good money, man.
That's the first thing I learned from Pimp C, man. Maybe I put that out there.
That's right.
Who are we to say who's hot anymore? The wackest songs be the hottest shit.
This shit is all subjective to the listeners. I was talking to my homie Big Sant. He's MC from Mississippi, affiliated with Big Crits Camp. And he's always been a big fan of UGK. So he's like one of the first people that I called to get their opinion on the new album. So he's like, I'm almost finished listening to it. I'm gonna call you back. He called me back. He's like, I like this record better than the Trilogy, but I don't like it as much as I like 2 Trill. I said, okay, so you think this album is better than Trilogy? Nigga, that ain't what I said.
Yeah.
I ain't say that shit was better. Better subjective. Better just depending on who the fuck is listening. Exactly. I said, I like this album better than that album. I can't say it's better than that album because, shit, that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
And I thought that was an excellent point that he made. Like, we can't really say what's better than whatever because that's subjective to who you are. The bitches that we choose to lay with is based on what we like in a woman. So, for me, she's a 10. For you, she based on your standards and what you want, she might be a 5 or a 6.
But with Epilogue, you made sure your core fans are taken care of.
Without question. Yeah. Like, for me, I've always gotten new fans through word of mouth.
Exactly.
Based on people that love me so much, they just have to tell their friends about me. That's how my reputation in the music industry spread because we never really, in our early days, we didn't have magazine covers, we didn't have videos, we didn't do Rap City and none of that. I never did Rap City, none of that. I think I did one time, one freestyle, and crazy. That was like before, like maybe a year before they closed it down. So all the early years of Rap City when Chris was over there, Joe Claire, I didn't do none of that shit.
That's crazy,
But the word spread from the people, A lot of people's first time hearing UGK, maybe they went to college, like a nigga went to college in Texas. And then went home on the holidays, like, what you listening to, nigga? That's all they playing back at school.
That's crazy, from the homecomings and everything.
Absolutely. So we've been real lucky with that. So, I never concerned myself with trying to get new fans in that sense. Like, because my fans are hard. They buy every record. They come to every show. Whatever I sell, they buy. So, and I don't want to turn my back on them because they've been feeding me for 20 years. Why would I turn my back on motherfuckers that's broke bread with me for so long just to try to go get $10 from some little white kid in the suburbs, Nah, that's not what we doing. And we have nothing against young white kids in the suburbs, let's be clear.
Yeah.
That's probably 95% of your listeners right now. But, we it's like we want to make sure that everybody can appreciate the album. I don't want to just make it specifically for you so then he can't appreciate it. We have the team that's been riding with us, that expect certain things from us, certain information, and we give them that and hope that other people can learn to appreciate this shit.
Well, speaking of getting the dollars out there, let's get into this Cake record, man. This Cake record is serious right here. Big Crit.
Oh, man.
Pimp C, the legend, and Webby.
No, Boosie.
Oh, Boosie.
Yeah, it's even more.
Oh, my God.
This might be the most Southern song ever.
Super Southern.
This is real Southern. Like Pimp C, Big Crit, Lil Boosie.
Wow.
It don't really get more Southern than that. Take the O out. Take the O out the South. Just SU. They Southern.
Well, we get motherfucker. Let's get into that right now. Actually, Bun B is actually DJing right now.
I don't fuck with it.
Hey, we're going to cut it now and keep it hot and moist. 1-888-45. The epilogue is everywhere. You can get it on iTunes. And we got like 20 copies with my autograph the giveaway today.
Wow.
So call up right now and get it, you cheap fuck. You rich fucks, go to the fucking store and cop it now in your mouth. Is super hot with cheap niggas trying to get 20 copies. There's only like 10 left, sucker.
Yo, it's like 99% humidity in here from all the moisture, my nigga.
I know, man. Precipitation. It's like Halle Berry's pussy up here, right?
Oh, my God.
Well, let's keep it moving, man. You never demanded payment from these guys out there, man. You know, Drake did records with you, Jay-Z, a lot of the legends.
Right.
Like, how do you demand payment? Like, do you demand, like, record swapping, or is this like a relationship? Like,
I always take a favor over money.
Okay.
When you're dealing with rich people, take a favor over money, because you can undersell the shit out of yourself.
Yeah.
With rich people you may be thinking 5 figures and they be thinking 7 figures, and you just been and shot yourself in the foot off 2 zeros.
Damn, man.
You know, so we're rich. When you're dealing with the Jay-Z's of the world like that, money's not an issue. A favor is a real thing.
Do you see them like, you're like, damn, this guy, like I played like a role in his success, like, and you see where they're at.
It was just the right place.
Out of space, like.
I'm sure I did, you know, as much for him as he did for me in terms of that song. You know what I'm saying? Whatever fan base I may have helped him solidify, he definitely helped me solidify some new fans as well. So the shit's all reciprocal. That's the big word shit. My bad, Whoo Kid.
Yeah, I know.
It's back and forth.
Yeah. Well, Big Pimp on his rumors has it that Jay-Z got a secret baby because of that video, man.
That was very interesting to hear.
Yeah, you know.
That was very interesting to hear that all of that happened, and I was like, because I was in close proximity, but I wasn't that close. You know, so but I think they got that all squared away. So I don't know.
Beyonce was like, bitch.
This.
Let's get into the album, man.
Yeah.
This album was done 2-3 years ago, because during that time we were dumbed down with the whack lyrics. But it seems like Kendrick kind of like smacked everybody. M's album is out. You strategically came out with this album at this time?
Yeah, well, this album is actually a lot of when we did the trilogy, most of these songs are from the trilogy sessions. And when we did trilogy, initially I started it like very aggressively, like just straight on lyricism, straight, and I wasn't considering like trying to make an evened out album. So I kind of like pumped my brakes and make sure that trilogy was more well-rounded. And in the course of doing that, I realized, like, you know what? Like, some of these records don't fit this album. Like, they're great records, but they don't fit this album. Like the Fire record with Rick Ross and Serrani and 2 Chainz is, very heavy island influence, Jamaican patois spoken on the record and whatnot. And as great a record as it was, we couldn't find a place for it to fit between this song and that song.
Wow.
And a couple of other records were like that too. And, even the record I had with Raekwon. And, most people would not have a song with a Rick Ross verse on it and not put it out, because most people would want to kind of ride his momentum.
Yeah.
But, I don't make records just to, that was the record I wanted him on. I could have put him on other records. I could have put him on a single. That was the record I wanted him on. It didn't fit, so we pulled it.
Oh, wow.
And we had a couple of records like that we pulled.
I mean, if you don't want to,
just from content,
you give it to me and I'll just put it out there.
Yeah, well, you would, but I wouldn't have got no money fucking with you. So that's why, until we figured out a good way to bring this music to the people, we just kind of sat on it. And like I haven't been signed for 3 years, so I just been kind of going out doing other different shit, supplementing my income and whatnot. And because I ain't want to, I'm tired of being signed to record companies. I don't want to work for nobody no more in the record industry. I want to work with people.
I mean, that's big now. Everybody's on that independent shit now.
Yeah,
they're doing it out there.
There's very little, a record company can really do for me, but there are certain individuals that I can do business with in the music industry that can help me take my notoriety in hip hop and use it and expand it into other different business ventures. So that's what I'm all about now. I don't need no help selling no records, but I need some help making other money.
Speaking of that, Kid called up here. They got your coloring book. I didn't know you had a coloring book.
Yeah, I got a coloring. Did we bring Whoo Kid a coloring book?
I thought the kid was joking. She said, "Yeah, can I get an autograph?"
Yeah, I got a rap coloring book and activity book. We Yeah, we wanted to do. I always wanted to do like a book centered around the culture and hip hop. But that sometimes those books take a long time to put together, and it takes a lot of research up front. So I was like, while we doing the research, because the guy that I'm partnering with, Shay Serrano, he was the illustrator on this book. Like, yo, let's do some fun shit for hip hop, like. Because niggas always want to be mugged up and grilled up all the time and shit. Like
tough and all that.
All of that. And that ain't all what hip-hop is. Most of us are funny niggas. We crack jokes. When rappers get together, they not sitting around acting hard and comparing guns and shit. Niggas is cracking jokes and looking at football and basketball.
I be watching Scooby-Doo with
I'm getting high than motherfucker watching SpongeBob. You know, so my thing is like, hip-hop is, you know, we need to take the piss out, as the British say. Take the piss out of hip-hop right quick. So we were trying to think, what could we do that's funny or fun? And he was like, shit, we could probably do a coloring book.
Oh, wow. It's DJ Whoo Kid, the Whoolywood Shuffle. Everybody's on my show. Actors, strippers, sports stars, comedians. A-list only. I don't interview losers. Non-stop action, non-stop moisture. You'll be laughing. You'll be peeing on yourself. Get wet. Every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Shade 45, Sirius XM.